Tokyo and Cairo and Lisbon and London.
Welcome back. I'm Michael Ray. You're listening to Thought-Provoking Talk on Dresser After Dark. John Godges with us. He is the author of Oh Beautiful, An American Family in the 20th Century. But what is the problem? I think that's where the key is. What is truly the problem? Is it a misunderstanding of the homosexual community? Is it when you say lack of tolerance, is it gone beyond the point of just discussing it? Because whatever those kids are, it trickles down from the parents. That's where they learn from. That's where they get that base. That's where they get their mold from. And then it gets expanded on the outside. Parents have a responsibility today to raise children.
Exactly. Homophobia comes from the home. Racism comes from the home.
Yes.
Most often, if it comes from the home, it will not be addressed in the home.
No, I got it, loud and clear. So how do you stop it in the home? And that's probably going to be the major question of the night. How do you stop it? How do you get it to that point? I remember, and I'm going to go back to...
Well, that's why you go to students and children where they are outside the home. And that's why the school is one logical location for some kind of intervention or education or training or cultural sensitivity effort.
John, if it was just that, I would say okay. But what we're dealing with this school, go to some of the schools in Arizona right now when they want to give Arizona back to Mexico because it was taken away from them, etc. These are 15, 16-year-old kids who have no idea what it is that they're talking about. What's scary in the schools today is almost like social engineering as opposed to learning. What happened to how to fix a car, how to work with wood, how to the auto shop, the wood shop, the metal shop, the whatever it was, to bring these kids to a point when they got out of school, they could work in a job if they were not going on to ongoing and continuous higher education. You got a situation...
Who wants to give Arizona back to Mexico?
You haven't been watching what's been going on?
Who specifically are you saying wants Arizona to go back to Mexico?
You got me put against the wall because I can't remember the name of the organizations and the activists doing it, but I'm watching it constantly. I'll get the name. I always can, and I always do.
All right.
No, and I will, and I'll bring you back on, and we'll address this. We're starting to run out of time, but I promise you I will bring you back on, and we will address it. You got my word on it. And if I'm wrong, I will apologize publicly, and I'll put money on it, too. But I'm not wrong here. I've seen too much of it.
Well, that's a pretty red herring. That's a deep red herring that you just threw out there, that someone in Arizona wants to give the state back to Mexico.
By the way, have you seen what's going on? Better yet, I'm going to have you rescheduled in, and I'm going to bring information up, and we'll make the red herring speak. We'll give it some guts, okay?
Great, and I'd be happy to.
No, I know we will, and I'll do it respectfully. This isn't the battle. But you're right. I should have had a name, and I'll have Susie Greenman give you a call. We'll reschedule. We'll go from there. Promise.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. Do you have a website we can find you in the book at?
Absolutely. It's www.johnpaulgodges.com. It's JOHNPAUL, like the Pope, and my last name is Godges, like Hodges, but with a G. JohnPaulGodges.com.
Hey, John, thank you so much for joining us.
All right. Thank you for having me, Michael.
Take care. Good night.